I can't contain my excitement. Okay, so originally we saw that because like every holiday season, Chevy Chase um will go on like a little tour and you can watch Christmas Vacation with him and ask questions and all that. And I was like, okay, well, that's cool. I mean, it's probably gonna be more expensive than what we would want out of that experience anyway, just because, I haven't heard the best things about going to that. But instead, Jake snagged tickets, so we're gonna go see a Q&A with Ryan Reynolds and surprise guest with John Candy's family to watch the I Like Me documentary, and I'm just so excited. Like I was like starting to cry watching the trailer, and now I'm actually gonna be like immersed, and I'm just like my grandma made it a very adamant thing to show me John Candy movies growing up. Pretty much everybody from the 80s, that's why I'm obsessed with them. But I wish my grandma could go. Oh, I wish she was still here and my aunt cuz like I'm to be in that world like with other people like me obsessed with this stuff and like oh my god, I wonder who the surprise guests are gonna be. I know John's family is gonna be there. At least that's what it says on the thing. Um, of course, Ryan Reynolds, and then oh my god, I'm so happy. We got the tickets last minute. I thought they were gonna be way more expensive than they were, and it sucks. You can't record, take pictures or anything. I'll take a picture outside the venue, but I will be talking about it a lot. I just like having a whole vlog dedicated to this John Candy love, and I just it's gonna be a bunch of people like me, but they're gonna be like twice my age. One John Candy, two John Candy, three John Candy, four. This man will make a bed out of anything. That doesn't even look comfortable. What are you doing? It was just so crazy because I was telling Jake, I was like, it's all coming full circle. Your dad showed you Summer Rental, and now you're gonna watch a documentary about John Candy with Deadpool. Like, that's just so crazy. That's a crazy sentence. But you know what? Almost every actor is Canadian anyway, so we gotta protect our Canadians a little bit. We weren't allowed to record anything, but I will talk about it. That was a holy experience for real. Okay, let's talk about it. So, I was having like a mental freak out the entire time. Um, the documentary, they were trying to be like, be like John, and I'm just like, John, like, never said no, and like, the anxiety he felt and everything he was going through emotionally, like, and the grief and everything just caught up to him, and it, I think the best thing is to learn from John and not this sounds really fucked up. Just do what's best for you and everything will, you know. Um I was very surprised. It was so funny because during the Q&A and then Ryan Reynolds did a Dan Aykroyd impression and Jake was like, "He does a better Dan than I do." That was funny. But no, they were just going through all these stories and it all made me feel so close with my grandmother, and I kept saying I wish she was there, and it was just a crazy experience all around. I don't really know what I'm saying. What do I say? It was amazing.
You're just taking it all and
I really am. I sat there crying, and me and Jake were the youngest people there that weren't dragged by their parents. Like, we genuinely love John Candy. We love all these old actors like Steve Martin, Tom Hanks, Dan Aykroyd. We know I love him. Like, it was Eugene Levy, like all these Second City people and fucking Catherine O'Hara. That had and like Ryan Reynolds trying to get fucking Bill Murray's crazy. And even said Dan was hard to get. Ryan was like, yeah, like it took like 2 months to get Dan Aykroyd, and I don't even think he knew where he was. And it's just like, oh my god, like, but no, like everything was beautiful. They all came together for the love of John, and like he was such a pure being, and like they made everything about his fucking weight, and I get it. Like everyone, it's so hard because like you're not even a person to people, you know? Like, you're fat and you get looked at like you're a circus attraction. Like, people used to tell me all the time how fat I was. Like, that's not... The beautiful thing about John was he wasn't the funny fat guy that they try to make him to be. He was just funny. He was a pure comedian. And I think, like, I know he was, I guess they would call a people pleaser, but, like, he did know his worth. He was like, like, the genuine, like, from the line, I like me. Like, he was a family man. He was very proud of what he had created and done, and for people to, like, just expect so much and pull at him, and for him to, John Belushi passes away and he's just automatically like, all right, is this it? Like, who's next? Like, that's so sad. From the trauma of and I've, like, people that know me know, like, I lost my whole family pretty much, like, at a young age, and I understand that feeling of loss. Like, who's next? Like, first my aunt, and then, like, 2 weeks later my grandma died, and then a year later my grandfather, who, I mean, I know people say that's just your grandparents and your aunt. Like, no, I lived with these people. Like, they were my immediate family. Like, my house, like, everything. I lost the dog, like, and then, before you know it, there was more loss in the family, and it never ends. You feel like, okay, who's next? Is it gonna be me? I don't know. Like, that's what the luck seems to be in this, So it was really emotional watching that, relating to these people. And also for Ryan Reynolds to make me feel like less of a freak, because the way he studied these actors, he's like an encyclopedia. Like, he is obsessed with them the same way I am. And it's the impact that they had on someone like Ryan Reynolds. It grounds it a little bit, And I feel like less of a freak for being so obsessed with Dan. Like, okay, yeah, I got a little crush on Dan Aykroyd. Big whoop. But, like, I really admire the guy. I admire his work. I admire, like, what he goes around. Like, he's just a genuine human being, And that's really hard to find nowadays. And even real humor. Like, comedy is not what it used to be. And for them showing the fact that they put in the skit from Second City, because when they put that on the screen, I had already seen that. I knew what was coming with what the fuck was it? Yellow Belly? And, like, John just turns around and shoots a kid and then shoots the mother. Like, that's so crazy that they even put that in, but it's the appreciation of the work and how we've evolved, and that's still held up. Like, everybody in the theater was laughing. Like, it was a true piece of cinematic history that they made this documentary. And we decided to buy tickets last minute because I just assumed I wouldn't be able to go. I didn't know how my work schedule was going to work, but I've been off of work for a few days just by luck. And normally I would be working tomorrow, and I'm not. But the fact that we were able to get tickets last minute, it was pretty full. And that we were able to go and experience this beautiful thing. And seeing all these people, like, I admire Conan O'Brien. Like, I already knew about his history with John Candy, but, like, just these people you admire, and they're just sharing the love. I'm so annoying. I just can't stop going off about how great it was. And I understand, like, so many people in the comments of this, for this event were like, Ryan Reynolds, I'm not gonna go. Like, fuck you, okay? Like, forget everything that happened in, like, the drama that, like, Ryan was very genuine on his love for John Candy, and that's what should be focused on here. Like, for real, I was really pissed off. Well, if Ryan Reynolds wasn't there, I wasn't gonna go. Like, no, you're just an asshole. If you really love John Candy and you support the cause, and by the way, it went to St. Jude's, like, the money, everything was, had its purpose. The cats are going nuts. No, like, being a John Candy fan, growing up watching his films, that documentary was more than a 10 out of 10. It was superb. I cried like I knew I would. And it was very emotional, just even for Jake. Like, he loves John Candy too. That's something that we bonded over, because I remember when I showed him The Great Outdoors and he's like, let's watch Summer Rental. Like, it was automatically like, you know, a bonding experience. So you can't find good actors like that anymore. And even seeing, like, they put in Harold Ramis. He's been gone for years, and I'm so happy they had to include him. I mean, come on, Second City. I mean, it is what it is, you know? Like, you had to include, just seeing all of them. They're off. Oh, I'm literally shaking. I have to be quiet. Jake's trying to sleep in the other room, but I'm freaking out because I made a post on Instagram for John Candy, and I'm, like, overthinking everything I said, but they said it was beautiful. So apparently Ryan Reynolds and Chris Candy saw my post. I didn't even tag them, and commented, and I'm, like, shaking because it's, like, it's so stupid. Like, I didn't think, because they had the Q&A, and I wanted to speak to them, but I didn't really know what to say. Like, I wanted to connect it back to, like, anxiety and grief, just because, you know, but I just, oh my god, I didn't think they would actually notice a post I made. I don't even know why I'm freaking out. They're just normal people. It's just so nice to be one of the people that, I don't know. I'm just freaking out. But I just love all of this.